All this week on Dateline Schools, we're having the opportunity of talking with the distinguished teachers for the month of February. First time we've had two teachers named as the distinguished teachers of the month, and they're music teachers from KPAC Community Schools. We're talking with Jeffrey Jones and Caleb Sinclair. And Caleb, I know when we first talked off camera a little bit, you're pretty excited about the big check that you
Absolutely.
got. All our teachers get, what is it, $300 from the insurance specialists of Marysville to use in their classrooms. So Caleb, let's start with you. What kind of things are you planning, and what kind of things do your students want you to be doing with your $300?
You know, I've gone through a lot of different options of what we can do with that money. The best thing that I've come up with is I'd like to purchase some good recording equipment, a good video camera that has high quality sound, a good tripod, so that we can record and archive our concerts for future evaluation, for enjoyment. I think that will be a great investment for our program.
How about you, Jeffrey?
Music. Piece of band music starts at about $75 and goes up to $125. And usually by the time we have our band festival in February, we're all out of money for new music, and we have to program of what's in the library. So now when we get back to school, I get to buy some music, and that's where I'm investing the full $300.
Well, that's pretty good. You know, you don't stop and think that the music, just the sheet music itself, has a pretty big cost, doesn't it?
It does, because, you know, there's royalty and rights of people who arrange it in the publishing house. And yeah, so it's not like you can just take it off the radio and write it down. You know, like it's $100, $125. You get like 3-4 tunes and your budget's gone.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good. As we wrap up the week, gentlemen, I'd like to ask both of you too, what advice do you have for your colleagues, not only at KPAC schools, but your colleagues around the county as well? Jeffrey, let's start with you.
You know, keeping it fresh. I have a new appreciation for my students with our current situation being out of school right now. I appreciate every one of my students, not only the ones that are eager and show up and are fully prepared, but the ones who might be a little challenged or might have difficulties in any given way that I get to work with, and maybe one little thing that I can help them with as a teacher makes this all worthwhile. And keeping that in your front of your mind would be my biggest advice to myself and any one of my colleagues.
Great. Caleb?
I would echo that 100%. I find that my most successful day as a teacher is when it's about the students and when it's about the relationships that we're building together. There have been days where we go in with the grandest of plans, the most complex activities that you think are just going to reap the biggest rewards, and some days those just fall right apart, and that's in service of the relationships, and it ends up being a better day than you could ever have hoped for. Those are the days that I find students remember, and so my biggest advice would be pour into those relationships. Make yourself available to those students.
Great. Well, for Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington. Dateline Schools is a production of Sinclair.